Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rochelle and this is Brampton Gardener, and on today's episode we're just going to be mixing up some tasty treats for the kitchen. Stay tuned. First up, I'm going to be doing a mixed pickled pepper. It's like a sweet and sour. It's like a candy, cowboy candy is another term for it, but cowboy candy usually just uses jalapenos, and I'm using a little bit of everything. So I will be posting my pepper video at some point and you will see that I have several different kinds of peppers that I am going to be blending up in here. So you can see them in there. I've got a beautiful mix of different peppers and a few of the sweet peppers. So I was afraid if I just chopped it, like I'd get like one bite that has no heat and then another bite that's super, super hot. So I've decided to instead, I'm going to make it more of kind of a relish. So I'm going to give it a rough chop in the food processor. And also because I'm feeling a little lazy. So we are going to be just blending that up really quick. Outlet that works. So we're just going to kind of give it a nice chunky relishy feel to it. I think that's good enough. Yeah, what do you think, Iz? What do you think? Is that good? You approve? Thumbs up? Thumbs up? Yep. I have in here, I am making the candied jalapenos, but it's a mixture. So it's candied, it's got jalapenos, it's got some Bolivian rainbow, it's got possibly what are cayenne peppers. It has got some sweet asulio, it's got a couple of the New Mexico 6, and I think I threw in some of the no heat candlelight peppers as well. Because I just had a big mashup of all these different peppers at the end, and I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with them? So we're going to pickle them. So, Gizmo's stepping on my feet. So in my pot here, I have 1.5 cups of sugar to 1 cup of vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and I'm having the recipe from Closet Cooking. So that is like my favorite cooking blog for, especially for unique recipes. If you need anything for dips, anything like that, Closet Cooking is an amazing, phenomenal blog. Go check him out. I'll link him down below. So to this, I'm adding 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds and a pinch of celery salt because I don't have celery seed, but I still want to give it a bit of that flavor. And then 6 garlic because, well, I didn't have that. You can't ever have too much garlic, right? So those are 6 cloves of garlic, but if I was going to have halved it, it would be 3 cloves. But we went ahead with the 6 cloves of garlic. So what you're going to do is you're just going to mix that up. Okay, so we're back over here, and whoo, oh God, oh that's really spicy. So I'm really, really glad we did this outside. All right, so we are just going to scrape this in here. And then we're just going to bring this up to a boil and then let it simmer for 5 minutes. And that's it. That's all you got to do. So it's a super fast, easy, very spicy recipe. Okay, so we're going to do, oh my gosh, that looks so good. Absolutely beautiful. There's a few nice big chunks of pineapple in there. And the garlic didn't totally disintegrate, so that's awesome. Alright, so let's go stick that on the burner. We're going to check on this. So this is coming to a boil, and it's just simmering now for a few minutes. And then that's going to be ready. And I'm going to jar it and eat that with everything. That is going to be amazing on hamburgers. This is just going to make a nice spicy little relish to go on the side of all kinds of things. Okay, so another project I have for today is cutting up some pineapple. So I'm just going to show you one that I'm going to do. So first of all, you're just going to take your pineapple, chop off the top. Alright, I don't know if you've ever seen the pineapple cutter. My husband picked this up $4 at Dollarama. So I had borrowed my neighbor's a few times before. She has one, and they actually work really, really well. So I'll show you just how easy it is. So you want to line this up with the core of the pineapple. And you just give it a push, and then you literally just twist it in. And you can kind of feel where it's at in there as well. I don't want to break through the bottom because I don't want to lose all the juice. So we're just going to kind of keep going until we feel like we're close to the bottom. You see some juices kind of starting to come out the bottom. So you're just going to, you hear that? Some suction. Woo! Little pineapple ASMR, yeah. Okay, so it's going to come up. And there you go. So you still have your pineapple, and the core is in the middle. So you can do whatever you want with that. I actually like to use the core in marinades and stuff. And then to take this off, it's very simple. You just release the handle. I'm going to set that there. Push that back out, and like that. And now you have perfectly spiraled pineapple. So what I'm going to probably do is just run a knife straight down the side so that I have rings, and I'll be putting these on my dehydrator because, sorry that's noisy, we absolutely love dehydrated pineapple, especially if you like dip it in a little bit of like melted chocolate. Oh my gosh, so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. That might be one of the best pineapples I've ever had. That is so good. I'll be back in a minute. Pink Pelican tropical pineapple. Walmart had these on for $1.67, I think it was, so we grabbed a few different ones. So I will be chopping up more and cooking with it, baking with it, and dehydrating it. Okay, so up next is I'm going to be using this coffee grinder, and I dehydrated these last week. So these are my habanero, well, Trinidad perfume, but they're quite spicy, and some scotch bonnets. So we're going to put them in the coffee grinder. And we are doing this outside so that we don't choke out the entire house. Okay, and then we're just going to give those a zip zip. Oh my goodness. Okay, and I'm going to let it settle down for a second because I've heard that if you take the lid off too soon and the particles haven't settled a bit, it can be quite spicy. And yes, I have to say spicy like that. Okay, so I'm going to add in a bit of my salt. I'm just using my pink Himalayan sea salt from Costco. I'm just going to add in a bit of it into here now, just to kind of help. I think it'll help me grind up the rest of what's in there. So, because we are making a spicy salt. You can see the salt's getting a little cloudy in there. Alright, let's see if the dust has settled. Gizmo, excuse me, sorry. Okay, so I think that looks, there's still some chunks in there, so we're going to go a little bit finer. Alright, that's got to be good. So we're going to go back over to the table and we'll see if we can't mix it in with some more salt and put it in some little jars. Okay, so I'm going to be using little tiny jars. So my husband bought me a gin advent calendar. So I have 24 of these cute little jars. So I'm going to be storing my seasoned salt in them. And this is not just any seasoned salt, this is spicy salt. Alright, so let me just loosen this up a bit. So the ratio is all over the place depending on which recipes you read. So I think it's just going to be a little trial and error. So whoa. Oh yeah. That is some spicy. I'm so glad I did it out here. I would have been dying in the house. I'm afraid to touch it. So I'm going to scoop out all the salt that I can out of here first and then add in the rest. Do this outside. I do not want to contaminate my container. Alright, so hopefully that's a good ratio. If it's not and it's like still way too hot, I can always dump the little bottles back in and redo it. And yes, I'm holding my breath so I don't have a coughing fit on camera. Okay, so I'm just going to sit back and give it a very, very gentle stir. Oh my God. If you're having any sinus problems right now, we just go check on my jalapenos. Full on respirator. Right, Gizzy? So the jalapenos are done. We're just going to let them cool. And then they're going to go into a mason jar. Alright, I think that looks pretty well mixed. Alright. So, our little jars. A little funnel. And very gently, very carefully. Spoon this in. Oops. Alright. That's one jar done. How cute is that? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Hi, Toto. Alright, so I got 4 of them done. The rest I'll probably put in the mason jar. That or I gotta start drinking more gin. Yeah. So just little spicy bits in there. So, yeah, I think we got everything done, right? We sliced up our pineapple. We made our spicy salt. We made our pickled jalapenos. And that's all, folks. So thank you so much for watching and stay tuned. So thank you so much for helping me today on my kitchen chores. And I think that is the cutest little jar of salt I've ever seen. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And I will see you next time. Take care. I just realized I forgot to show you all the jalapenos. So here they are after simmering and cooking. So, you want a bite? Woohoo! It's hot.